XCR Racing returns to Lardner Park in Druin. Despite its scenic appearance, a tough cross-country course greeted the runners.
On lap, 4K race. There is a fence, must jump.
First up in this package is the Open Women's 4 km Championship. Melissa Duncan of the Knox Club went straight to the lead. Frankston's Gemma Maney and Karina Cleland for the Geelong region were next. Followed by Lauren Crowe of Diamond Valley, Rosie Donegan from Melbourne Uni, Essendon's Melissa Vanderwater and Tully Bird of Glen Huntly. By the time they hit the ditches at the back of the course, Duncan was still leading, but Tully Bird had moved up to second ahead of Maney. Then followed Donegan and Crowe. Melissa Duncan went on to record a decisive win over the 4 km course. 10 seconds back, Tully Bird held on for the silver. Rosie Donegan, in her last XCR'13 run before heading back to the US with her scholarship, was third. Karina Cleland took out the gold in the championship for country athletes.
At Cross Country Victorian Championships, Melissa Duncan, how did you find the race today?
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. It's been a very long time since I've actually done a 4K race, so it was hard to know, I guess, how to start off, how fast to go. But basically just went out as hard as I could and just maintained it for as long as I could and probably just made it to the end.
Of course, this year changed a little with the uphill start. How did you find that compared to the normal flat starts of a cross-country race?
At first I thought it was going to be a bit of a challenge, but I think because when you're starting you've got so much adrenaline going that you don't even notice it. So I actually think I preferred it than starting here and then having to go up the hill because it's just straight into it.
And as for the fence, did you jump or did you climb over?
That was actually so embarrassing. I basically sat on it and somehow got over it. I was planning to try and jump it, but when I got there I got a bit nervous. So.
Overall, you're now heading off to National Cross Country in Symmons Plains in Tasmania. What's your aspirations for the National Cross?
Well, this is my first as an open, so in the 8K event. So I guess I just aim to do my best and have a good team result. And we've actually got a Knox team going as well. So hopefully we'll do well in both the Victorian team and the Knox team.
And here are the top 8 results from the women's open race. The men raced over 8 kilometres, 2 laps of the 4 kilometre course. The early lead pack included Josh Harris, Mitch Brown, Ryan Geard, Nick Whiteman, Jordan Nelson, Daniel Clark and John Dutton. Hitting the ditches at the back of the first lap, and it was down to Whiteman, Brown, Harris and Geard. The ditches proved to be a bit of a challenge for some. Meanwhile, up front, Whiteman of Geelong and Frankston's Harris opened up a small gap on the Essendon pair of Brown and Geard. Into the second lap, it was Brown and Whiteman who had broken away. Harris was third, with Geard now back and forth. Brown worked hard over the back part of the course, but was having trouble shaking Whiteman. At the end, it was still Essendon's Mitch Brown to cross first and claim back-to-back XCR victories. Geelong's Whiteman was second, but takes home a gold as the first country athlete to finish. Harris of Frankston maintained third, with Ryan Geard next.
I'm joined by back-to-back XCR'13 winner Mitch Brown, taking the 8K Victorian Cross Country Championship today. Mitch, how did it go out there today over the 8-kilometre course?
Yeah, a lot tougher than the 10K course 2 weeks ago, Tim. Last time I was out here back in 2010, I think it was just about one of the worst races that I ever had. I was determined to eradicate that today, but it felt like the powers that be were out conspiring against me today. I overslept. I got here about 20 minutes before the race. I fell in one of the ditches. It was probably one of the least enjoyable wins I've ever had, and I really didn't feel confident until the very end. Nick Whiteman and Josh Harris both probably handling the ups and downs and some of the more difficult parts of the terrain a bit better than I was. So it was really only the flat sections, and there weren't too many of them that I could sort of use to try and get away. And it wasn't until the bottom of that last hill that I felt really confident that I had it. So yeah, very tough one today, very different from 2 weeks ago.
Whiteman's obviously off to the World Mountains in Poland in about a month's time. You're off to Symmons Plains for the National Cross Country at the end of this month. How's your preparation going?
Yeah, well, quite well. I think today was a big part of that, getting a good hit out over a cross-country type course, and the fact that I've gotten through today with a good result. I'd like to think that whatever Symmons Plains has in store, I can get through it after a tough one today. So preparation going well. It's been a slow build this season, and just feeling like I'm starting to really hit my stride now. So hopefully all good things to come at Symmons Plains.
And here are the top 8 results from the men's open race. First of the junior races we look at is the 4 kilometres for men under 18 and under 20. First across was Western A's Jack Rayner to win gold in the under 20 division. Zach Patterson of the Knox Club was next to take silver from Ballarat's Jack Davies in third. For the under 18s it was Geelong's Isaac Hockey first across. Troy McGill of Mornington was second, with Ryan Patterson of Knox third. For under 16 men and women under 20, under 18 and under 16, it was a 3-kilometre event.
First runner has gone through Marshall Point 2. Get off the road. Go Sam.
Glenn Huntley's Samuel Toll took out the men's under 16 event. Minor places went to Western Athletic pair Matthew Schornberg and Cody Shanahan. Corinne DeMeo of Geelong won the women's under 16 event. Coburg's Amelia Mazzodowney just edged out Brighton's Laura Powell for the minor medals, with Samantha Prime of Casey Candinia right behind them to take out the win in the under 20 division. Western A teammates Amy Cashin and Rochelle Kennedy weren't too fussed who took the minor medals for their club in the under 20s. Back in the under 18s, it was Coburg runner Leah Kolikapu who was the winner. Essendon's Olivia Gallagher was second, with Claire Hoggart of Western A's taking the bronze. The final race in this package is a 2-kilometre event for under 14 men and women.
Looking good, Sam. Really pick it up. Go on, Amy.
In a very tactical run to the line for the men, Western A's Matthew Hussey squeezed out Ballarat Sam Williams in the tightest finish of the day. Caleb Huff of Keelan and Bernards was next for the bronze. Abby Caldwell of Doncaster held the lead all the way to take the win for the women. Second place went to Essendon's Jennifer Mendez, while Sophie McMinamy's bronze added to a strong day for Western Athletics. Hope you enjoyed this highlights package from Lardner Park. Stay tuned to Athvic TV for more athletics action.